3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. We come to you from Jackson County High School. This is PRTC's coverage of the Battle of Big Hill. This is Jacob Bowling with Hunter Carroll, Mark Sulfridge, Justin Lakes, and TJ Isaacs with you here tonight as the Berea Pirates travel up the hill to face the Jackson County Generals. Berea comes in with a record of 1-4. They're looking to sort of put 2 out of 3 together here, and Jackson County comes in looking for our first win of the season. Berea is coming in off some games that they've played pretty well. They played a really good Pineville team within a touchdown last weekend, losing by a score of 36-29. And so this will be a good test for the Generals, Hunter, to see where we're at.
Yeah, this is a game that kind of seems always that's known by for Jackson County is the Battle of Big Hill. Jackson County has a winning record in this matchup. They're 5-3 overall against the Generals or against Berea. So that's kind of one thing too that you always look forward to is that with the Generals and Berea, that's kind of a big game every year, something everybody always looks forward to.
Yeah, big time rivalry matchup. And it looks like the Generals will receive the kickoff here to start the first half.
Yeah, and one thing too, so kind of watching here earlier in warm-ups, Jacob, that we were talking about is you need to watch out for Berea's kicker. Number 20, Peyton Jones, can really kick. I had no problem kicking 35-yard field goals during warm-ups, so you might even be looking at a touchback right here.
The Generals will be without a couple of key players tonight. I seen Lane Edwards walking around, and I think the word on the street is maybe a separated shoulder for Lane. And then I think Noah Collett is out as well tonight too due to injury. Kickoff is taken by the Generals down at about the 10-yard line, and there's not much there as he brings it out to the 16, and that is number 18, Ethan Wilson.
Yeah, I really like to see the Generals kind of come up with some positive momentum here. You really don't have to get in the end zone, but you really just don't want to see a 3-and-out or 3 negative plays right here for the Generals.
Yeah, certainly. You'd like to see this first drive. Like you said, it doesn't necessarily have to end with points, but just show the ability to be able to move the ball. So Jackson County will start here on their own 16-yard line as they break the huddle. This will be Ethan Wilson out of the gun with Roseboro behind him. Here's the pitch to Roseboro going up the left side, and he's got a little, maybe actually looks like a loss of about a half a yard.
No gain on the play.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 here for the Generals early in this one. Here they come out of the huddle. Ball's placed on the 15. Wilson back in the shotgun again. He's got Roseboro back behind him. Here's the snap, and it's a handoff up the right-hand side, and not much there as Roseboro gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 here for the Generals on their opening possession. Be interested to see if this ball goes through the air or we try the ground attack again here, Hunter.
Yeah, kind of maybe one of those with the element of surprise. You look for Jackson County to to pass it, maybe just a quick draw up the middle, but also seeing Jackson County in a different formation for the first time, and the shotgun Ethan Wilson by himself.
And he is going to throw it. He's incomplete long, just past the first down marker. Pretty good throw. Had a chance at it there, just couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, nice ball there by Ethan Wilson. Also, pretty good pass defense coverage there by number 4, Sean Keat. Pretty good pass defense right there by him.
All right, so that's going to bring up 4th down and 10, and Generals are going to line up in punt formation, and this could be dangerous here, Hunter, with a poor punt or a bad snap. And it was a bad snap. Wilson is able to somehow get it off. That is a fantastic play by Wilson to even make anything happen.
Yeah. I believe he's going to go, though.
Yeah, this one is looks like he's down, and they mark him in to the end zone. So he brings it back all the way to the house. And that was number 3. That was number 3, Yamil Cruz, senior for Berea.
Yeah, really nice play there. Kind of caught the Generals, I guess, maybe off guard with all the disaster of everything that was going on right there. Not the start, though, that you would like for the Generals here on special teams.
No. It was a poor snap. Ethan Wilson able to make it off, get it off somehow, off or not, as Cruz takes it to the house. So Berea's going to line up for the extra point. We're going to see this kicker you're just talking about here, Hunter.
I was very impressed with him during warm-ups.
Good snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, like I said, was very impressed with Berea's kickers, warm-up Jones, and then had a very nice kickoff there as well to start the game to pin the Generals deep in their own territory when it was really just kind of a downhill from there for the Generals on that possession.
All right. So that makes it 7-0 Berea, and they are going
offense has yet to take a snap.
They have not. That is true. Less than 2 minutes off the clock here in the early going, and Jackson County finds themselves in a deficit already, 7-0. And it's like you said, Hunter, Berea's offense hasn't even touched the ball yet.
Everything's colder today.
Here comes the kickoff, and it is kicked down the field, and this one is going to be fielded cleanly by Wilson at about the 5, and he's going to be tackled up at no further than the 10-yard line. So Jackson County is going to start this one deep in their own territory again.
Yeah, kind of like I said, Jones has really done a great job so far, kind of enforcing his will so far in this game. We've been able to pin the Generals back deep and not really having anything doing with it.
So let's see, Hunter, if Jackson County can sort of come out and maybe get a little bit of a drive sustained. I think it's important to be able to show that you can move the ball here before you get into too big of a deficit to try to overcome.
Yeah, you really don't want to put yourself in such a kind of a poor position here. With 2 straight 3-and-outs, you'd like to see the Generals get something kind of going here on offense.
So Wilson is going to take it from the gun, and it's going to be a handoff to Roseboro up the middle, and he's up to about the 11-yard line. And he's going to be marked down there, which is going to bring up a 2nd down and 9.
It's going to run that clock.
So Jackson County still yet to get anything going on the ground. Hunter, we've had 3 run attempts and nothing to show for them.
No, 3, honestly, Jacob, I thought Jackson County's best play on the offensive side of the ball was probably when Wilson went back for the pass. It's just kind of seeing your best. Just wasn't able to bring down the pass.
He takes a snap from the gun, and there's some miscommunication, and he tries to hand it off up the middle to Roseboro, and Roseboro went one way and he went the other. Wilson makes something out of nothing and gets about 1.5 yards, 2 yards maybe on the play.
Yeah, kind of just maybe some miscommunication there of that play.
So looks like this is going to bring up third down and about 6 for the Generals. There's some discussion going on here between two officials in the back. See what's going on here. All right, Generals break the huddle. Wilson's back in the gun again. He takes a snap, another fake handoff to Roseboro. Wilson up the middle. He's got a pretty good gain. He breaks out, and he's got a first down as he's down to about 17-yard line. I'm sorry, the 27-yard line.
Nice positive play right there by Wilson, able to get that first down.
Early, it looks like the Generals' best offense has been sort of keeping it in the hands of Wilson. Berea's stacked up looking for the run to Roseboro right now. And, they've defended that really well, but every time Wilson's tucked it, there's been a little room to be had.
Yeah, and one thing, too, with all these runs, you might be able to set yourself up here for some kind of pass attempt type play, maybe a little play action, trying to catch Berea caught off guard here.
Wilson brings a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to him, and he is going to be tackled for a loss of a half a yard, maybe a full yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, Roseboro kind of seems like he was trying to get to the outside there. However, he did have a nice little lane there if he could have just attacked and went up the hole.
So General's taking the time here in the huddle. And they break the huddle. Looks like Wilson's going to take this snap from the gun as well. There's miscommunication on the line. Man goes in motion, poor snap, and Wilson is able to recover. And that's going to be a huge loss for the Generals as that ball slides all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I kind of see that play was kind of doomed from the start. You had a poor communication right there with the line, which really kind of set it up from the get-go, which kind of ruined it. And then you were trying to kind of hurry up. You've got that clock inside your head of when that ball needs to be snapped. And then center kind of just come up with a low snap there. Really just kind of a bad break for the Jackson County Generals.
So far, we've had 2 poor snaps, one on the punt earlier and then that one there. So that's going to bring up a third down and 25 here for Jackson County, pinned very deep into their own territory. Wilson back in the gun. This snap's a little high. He's able to catch it, and he's looking downfield. Doesn't have much, and he does find a receiver for a medium gain, and that's going to be Roseboro down to about the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to set up fourth down and 10. Nice play there by the Generals to make something when it appeared they didn't have much.
Yeah, really nice play there from Wilson. Kind of waited right there at the very last second to be able to get that snap off and be able to run downfield and get hit the open man, get a nice little gain.
So it looks like the Generals are going to punt again. This is not Wilson lined up, and another poor snap, and that ball is downed by number 14 for Jackson County on the 6-yard line. So Berea will take over there. So Berea, their offense is going to hit the field for the first time now. Hunter already staked to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, in a very good position right here for Berea.
Here's the snap, and this is going to be a pass play deep into the corner of the end zone. Jump ball, nice pass defense there by the Generals.
I believe that's Lakes.
Yeah, Lakes back there is able to jump up and knock down the pass.
Touchdown saving play right there. Very nice play call there by Berea. Very good ball, too, by the quarterback. Was very impressed with his throw there. Just wasn't able to come down with it. And like I said, kudos to Lakes for never getting up on the play and knocking that ball out.
It looked like Berea's quarterback had a receiver short in the end zone that was open, but he decided to go to his go-to receiver. And here's the snap taken up the middle, and he hands off to number 3, Cruz, who makes several Generals miss, and he's going to take it just short of the goal line as he's marked at maybe the half-yard line. That is going to be good enough for a first down, so Berea will take over at first and goal, and they've got 4 plays, Hunter, to get
it in.
A yard and a half.
And, this is one of those things, too, with this situation. Berea they've kind of got a few different play calls in mind here that they can go with to try and punch this ball in.
Jason Coburn, senior, takes the snap, and he hands off to Cruz, and he walks into the end zone untouched, and that's going to put Berea up 13 to nothing with the extra point impending.
Number 3, Cruz on the touchdown for Berea.
So far, the most active man on the Berea offense has been their kicker. The 2 kickoffs and now the second extra point attempt. High snap, good hold, and that one is good as well. And that's going to make it 14-0 Berea. And we will take a quick break, and we'll bring it right back with you.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
Today, reliable internet is crucial for everyone to thrive. PRTC gets it. And we want you to know if you are currently enrolled in the Affordable Connectivity Program or Lifeline to help with your PRTC bill. You will lose these important benefits if you sign up for a government-funded cell phone plan. Protect your ACP or Lifeline benefit. Contact PRTC to learn more.
All right, and we're back to you with action as Berea has sent the kickoff down the field, and it was fielded by Ethan Wilson, who has a pretty decent return, and he's going to be able to bring it out to about the, looks to be, Hunter, the 25, right on the dot.
Yeah, really kind of nice return there by Wilson to being able to get those positive yards and not be in such a deep position like they have been on their previous 2 drives.
Yeah, this will be the Generals' best starting position of the night as now facing a 14-0 deficit. You've really sort of been put in a position where you got to make something happen pretty quick here if you're the Generals with a little under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. So Wilson's looking over to the sideline, and they don't like the play call, and the Generals are going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here with you. And Hunter, what would you like to see from the Generals here on this third possession?
And one thing right here with the Generals that you'd like to see, Jacob, is just be able to hold the ball for more than four or 5 plays, maybe get two drives out of this one, or 2 first downs out of this set, and you really just don't want to give the Berea the ball back in this quarter if you can help it. You'd like to run this all the way down into the start of the second quarter, try and get time. Time not really on your side. However, sometimes the best defense is your offense, being able to keep the ball away from the other team. And, if you can punch this into the end zone right here and take some time off, almost run all the way into the second quarter, take all the first quarter, maybe parts of the second quarter, get in the end zone, and then have your defense get a stop, and it's a whole different game.
Certainly. We talked about this last week. It's hard to score if you don't have the ball.
It is.
That's something the Generals really need to get going here is sustain a long drive, and honestly, this drive probably really needs to end in points. So Wilson comes out, and he's in the shotgun. Here's a snap, and this is going to be a pitch to the left-hand side to Roseboro, who's got a nice hole, and he breaks it for about 6. And so a nice pickup here for the Generals on their first down play.
Yeah, and one thing, too, I was talking to Coach Sizemore earlier and during the pregame, and he was kindly talking about he was really excited about Roseboro, just a sophomore, got a big, bright future. Love to see a kid like him stick with it, get him in the weight room this winter and put on maybe 10, 15 more pounds just to be ready for next season.
Yeah, and this is something we talked about last week. A lot of this general roster is really young. Most of the players will be returning, so that's something to definitely look forward to in the future. So Wilson here in the gun. He takes the snap, another high snap, fake handoff to Roseboro. He breaks a tackle, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah, they'll put props right there to Wilson being able to turn kind of nothing into something right there. One thing, too, Jake, been very impressed with so far is Berea's not, to me, seems like they missed an open field tackle. It's been no really kind of just one-arm tackles, been very nice form tackles. That first guy that's hitting him, usually there's another Pirate right behind him to stop the momentum of any General.
Yeah, and, Wilson there, like you said on that play, he looked like he was going to be tackled for a big loss and was able to sort of shake that defender, one of the few, like you mentioned, and got back to the original line. Snap is taken, and this is going to be a handoff up the middle to Roseboro, who has nowhere to go, and he's going to be hit back at about the 30-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 5 here for the Generals.
Really, really nice play there by number 58, Ty Thompson, for the Berea Pirates to blow up the tackle, blow up the game there, and kind of have everything for a loss.
So it looks like the Generals are going to go for it, and to be honest, Hunter, it's sort of hard to blame Coach Sizemore as poorly as the first 2 punts have worked out for him.
Yeah.
So Wilson's going to take this snap, and they get Berea to jump off sides, and that actually may be enough to give them the first down. So that is going to be offsides, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that is going to be a first down. So nice work there by the quarterback with the hard count to draw Berea offsides, pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice play there, and that might be right there, that play that be the spark for the Generals to be able to get something going here with that play right there. Just kind of a mental mistake there by the Bereas up front there on the defensive line.
Well, you can tell their linebackers are creeping in towards the line of scrimmage, and they're sort of pinning their ears back, and that they were eager to try to get in the backfield. Snap taken by Wilson. He pitches to Roseboro, who breaks the right side, and he's back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it. As he's going to be tackled there.
No gain. Second down.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the Generals from their own 36-yard line. Wilson gets the play call, and he's back into the huddle. We'll see sort of what Coach Sizemore has in store and what will all likelihood be the last play of this first quarter. Wilson takes the snap, and he hands off on the right side to Roseboro, and he's going to be met hard right at the line of scrimmage. and that's going to bring up third down and about 9 for the Generals.
1 yard gain. Brings up third down.
And that is going to end the first quarter. Berea 14, Jackson County nothing. We'll switch ends of the field and be right back with you.
Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today.
All right, welcome back to Jackson County High School as we're set to begin the start of the second quarter. Berea Pirates are currently beating the Jackson County Generals by a score of 14-0. Jackson County has switched ends of the field, and they are getting ready to take a third down and 9 snap from their own 36-yard line.
PRTC and Praxis Line Service. Thanks for making the Battle of Big Hill possible.
Wilson and the Generals break the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Wilson from the gun. And snap a little high, fake handoff, and now it's going to be pitched to Roseboro coming left side, and he gets maybe another half of a yard, 2 yards. And so that's going to set up fourth down and about 5.
One thing right there, too, kind of seems like the Berea might have got away with kind of a face mask there at the end of Roseboro's run. Kind of seen his head bent back in a weird position. Really thought that might have been a face mask. It looks like the Generals will try and punt this one away.
Yeah, they're in punt formation. And so this fourth down play here looks like they are going to put it away. And that is Lakes in the punt formation, and he gets it off, and it's down the field. This is going to be fielded and bobbled by Cruz, who picks it back up at his own 40. He's broke a few tackles, and he brings it out to about the 44-yard line of Berea, and that's where they will take over to start their second drive of the game. Pretty good job there, Hunter, by the Generals in the open field to bring it down Cruz, as he showed the ability to bust the big play earlier with that punt return for a touchdown in the first quarter.
Yeah, Cruz kind of muffed that punt there, and the Generals were lucky enough to kind of be all over him there and start from the very beginning to end that play before something else could happen.
All right, so Berea's offense takes their second possession, and it's going to be Jason Coburn in the gun. He sends a man in motion, and that's going to be a false start on Berea as their wide receiver, number 2, Isaiah Dorsey, jumped a little early.
False start.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 now for Berea. Coburn goes to the sideline to get the play call. Now he's back to the huddle. So Coburn out of the gun, takes the snap, and he hands it off up the middle to number 11, who fumbles
Ball's
the
out.
football, and that's going to be dove on by the Generals, who are now going to take over in Berea Pirate territory.
Recovered by Jackson County.
So a big-time play here for the Generals to sort of change the tide of momentum.
Yeah, it seems like a real nice play there. But I believe it's number 77, Nick Hayes, who knocked that ball out. Wasn't really sure who recovered it, but I believe he was the lead general in there on the play to make it and force that ball out.
All right, so let's see what the Generals can do with their best starting field position of the game, as they are going to start this drive at the Berea 38-yard line. Wilson takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Roseboro, and he's trying to find some room. And he actually has a big hole on that right side, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the first down run attempt.
Wilson on the carry. 7-yard gain.
As there's a general down on the play. I can't see the number from here, but he's down in some quite a bit of pain there on the
Yeah,
on the 35.
Couldn't really tell there what happened.
With that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll let you know what's happening when we come back.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC. It's all about you.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast. Crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
All right, and we're back with you here as number 44 has been helped off the field. And the Generals are now looking at a second down and about 3. And this handoff is going to be from Wilson to Roseboro, who fumbles the football, and Berea has taken it back. And just like that, momentum's turned again. I'm sorry, I said that was Roseboro. That was not. That looked to be number 77, Nick Hayes.
Yeah, this is one of those really kind of Berea come in for the tackle and really just took it from him right away.
So now Berea is going to take over on
I'd like to take a moment to recognize
the
our Little Generals cheerleaders.
38-yard line. They're
Girls
on.
are doing a great job. Let's
After
give them
that
a big
fumble,
hand.
Hunter, I look for them to sort of keep the ball in the hands of Coburn right here and try to stretch the ball down the field.
Yeah, really looking kind of maybe for a pass right here.
So Coburn drops back,
He's got
and he
him.
is looking deep, and his man is wide open, and he drops the ball.
Pass incomplete.
that ball was intended for number 4, Sean Kiet, a sophomore for Berea. And if he catches that, he could run to Dairy Queen and back.
Yeah, the Generals are kind of man-to-man coverage. You seen there, you can tell by that, by Nick Hayes going with him in motion. And number 4 really just kind of blew the Jets off Hayes right there. And just a really nice play call by Berea, but just wasn't been able to execute.
So lucky break for the Generals, as that's going to set up a 2nd down and 10 for Berea. I've got a feeling, Hunter, we're going to see a lot more of that sort of attempt to pass the ball deep down the field from Berea here, as their quarterback is a really big kid with a big arm.
Yeah.
So he takes the ball out of the shotgun, and he pitches left to Cruz, and he's got a big hole, and he makes a man miss, makes another General miss, and he's going to walk this one into the end zone. So that's going to be a 62-yard rushing touchdown for Cruz, who gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, first on the punt return in the first quarter, and this one on a rushing attempt.
Yeah, I believe that's his 3rd touchdown, isn't it? I thought he had the second. I thought he had the punt return and then a rushing touchdown.
He had you're right. He had a second rushing touchdown in that first quarter. He punched it in from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he's kind of been all of Berea's offense. He's got right around 70 rushing yards here in this first half.
This PAT attempt is blocked at the line and no good. So that makes it 20-0 Berea. We'll take a break and we'll come back.
With PRTC's new expanded IPTV options, get more channels you love for less. Start with our basic TV tier, then add the expanded and digital tiers for maximum variety, or add specialty tiers to your basic package. Tiers like news and sports, or sports and more, the entertainment tier, kids and family, or our new Heartland tier. To learn more about your expanded IPTV options, call or visit PRTC online today. It's been a tough year, and PRTC is here to help by providing the Affordable Connectivity Program to qualifying customers. If anyone in your household qualifies for certain government benefits, PRTC may be able to reduce your current broadband bill by up to $30 a month, one discount per household. Visit acpbenefit.org to learn more and see if you qualify. PRTC, keeping you connected.
All right, we're back with you as Berea kicks this ball off down the field. A really nice kickoff, and the Generals, I think, attempted a lateral, and that ended really poorly, as they're going to start this possession at looks to be the 6-yard line. I couldn't tell, Hunter, if that was a lateral attempt or if our ball carrier got stripped and we just happened to recover.
Yeah, it's kind of a little confusion there with everything going on that particular possession. I couldn't really tell. First, it looked like Roseboro was trying to field it, and then maybe Wilson was coming in right there at the end. I mean, just kind of really hard to tell in that situation.
Yeah, I think for the Generals, it looked like the ball was going to go out of bounds on the kickoff attempt, which is a penalty, and would have put them in really good field position to start. And then after it took a couple of bounces, I'm like you, I think Roseboro realized that it probably wasn't going to end up out of bounds. So a timeout is going to be called here on the field. I couldn't tell who called that one, Hunter. But the Generals, when we do come back, are going to be starting this possession from their own 6-yard line. Generals really need to make something try to happen here, Hunter, on this next possession. Already looking at a big deficit, you really need to try to cut into that before you get to the halftime.
Yeah, and one thing too as well, Jacob, is that, like you said, you're in that big deficit, and it seems like every drive we started deep in our own territory, except the one was able to force a turnover, but then we give it right back to him. So that's just kind of a hard thing to overcome and bounce back from.
All right, so Generals break the huddle, and here come the Pirates. And, you know, the Generals aren't necessarily in do-or-die territory here, but you really need to see some positive momentum coming on the offensive side of the ball. Wilson takes the snap, and it's going to be a fake handoff to the running back, and he is going to be swallowed for a loss of 2, and that's going to take it back to about the 4.
And one thing right now, too, Wilson's kind of having been a little loose there with the ball, not having it very tight in position, so it can kind of be a problem. And, you know, he's not had a fumble yet this year. However, that could be coming in a factor when you're running the ball around with the ball.
And especially this deep into your own territory, a fumble here possibly results in a touchdown. So Wilson's going to hand this ball off up the middle, and the ball carrier is going to be pushed forward to about the 11-yard line. So a pretty nice gain there on second down of a pickup of about 5.
And one thing right there, too, is it kind of takes a little pressure off your punter if you're not able to pick up on this third down, too, not being so deep in your end zone.
Yeah, certainly. You know, it's a lot of, like you said, a lot of pressure on your punter. If you're not able to pick up the first down here on third, knowing that you have to kick it from your end zone and knowing that a bad snap could end up in a touchdown or a safety. So this ball is going to be handed off to Roseboro, and he is going to get nothing as they mark that at their line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a half of a yard. And so that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Generals.
4th down, Jackson.
Yeah, and really a dangerous spot right there too. I'd look for Berea probably to bring the house with the punting unit and just kind of attack, try to get that block for either a touchdown or even a safety.
Yeah, Coach Sizemore sending out the punting unit. Generals have punted now 3 times. 2 of them ended really, really poorly with bad snaps, and the other one, it was a pretty nice punt and coverage down the field. So really important here, this deep in your own territory, to have a good snap and a good punt. The snap is good. The punt is not very good, although it is taking a good general bounce.
It took a nice general bounce there, kind of caught the break there. I think it bounced maybe the 20 and then rolled on the other side of the 35, which is a very nice break there for the Generals.
Yeah, there for a minute, it looked like that ball could end up on about the 20-yard line, and it took a nice general roll. So Berea will start their next possession here at the 36. So Berea breaks the huddle, and Coburn looks like he's going to be taking the snap out of the shotgun, and he drops back, and he's looking deep down the field, and he's got his receiver, number 11, and he is going to be marked just short of the goal line. That's going to be enough for a first down, as number 11, Cody Roberts, comes down with the catch.
Pass complete to number 11.
So a 35-yard gain on the play. And we have a general down on the field at the goal line. With that, we'll take a break and we'll come back with you.
Yes, we're all quite over staying home right now. But we can make it better by streaming the great shows and movies we've been wanting to see. PRTC can help. With fast, reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig, enhanced by reliable Wi-Fi. Stream all you want, no matter how many gadgets are going at once. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade today.
Located in the Jackson County Regional Industrial Park in Annville, Kentucky, the Jackson County McKee Industrial Development Authority helps companies and communities win. It is and always will be our mission to recruit new business and industry and support the people in our region. We want the people and industry to stay in Jackson County, and here's why. We offer workforce information and training, business planning for new and existing businesses, the fastest broadband in Kentucky, state-of-the-art facilities, and financial assistance and tax incentives. All of this with a rich culture of communities that care. We were just announced as a certified work-ready in progress area. What does this mean for Jackson County? It means that we're ready to go to work with a diverse, skilled, and dedicated workforce. We now have a prime 22-acre construction-ready location just off the newly constructed Highway 30 and only 18 miles from I-75. Close enough, yet far enough. We're Kentucky's advanced manufacturing hub.
Just like anything else in life, yard maintenance takes planning. So before I do any digging on my property, I contact 811. You might be thinking, Tim, it's just a fence. I think I can handle it. But trust me, you got to call 811. You might think, don't you own a company that teaches self-defense to people? Shouldn't you be able to install a mailbox?
Tim, if you knock that power out again, you're sleeping outside tonight.
You might think that, but still contact 811. You would think that if you were a Green Beret sniper and a UFC fighter, that you could plant some flowers on your own?
All right, and we're back with you here as Berea takes the snap from the 1 yard line. This is going to be a pitch out on the right side to Cruz, and he walks it in for the Berea touchdown. So that's going to be his 4th overall touchdown of the day, and that's going to make it 26-0 Berea with the extra point coming in.
Yeah, and big kind of props there for the Generals on Meadows' touchdown-saving play, but then unfortunately the next play they let Cruz march in for his 4th touchdown of the game.
Yeah, Generals, like you said, come up with a good stop, able to tackle the guy short of the goal line without letting him in, as Berea is going to go for 2. Snap is taken and pitched and fumbled. Actually, that was a forward pitch,
pass.
so that's going to be an incomplete pass. So we're going to take you to break. When we come back, Jackson County will receive the ball.
There are lots of small reasons to have home phone service, and one very big one. 911 emergency location. Only a call from your home phone instantly transmits your address to emergency personnel. Cell phones can't.
911, what's your emergency?
If trouble comes to your home, seconds count. PRTC Home Phone helps first responders do their job. It's a small price to pay for what you can save.
All right, and we're back with you now for some more football action at Jackson County High School as the Berea Pirates are getting ready to kick down the field to Jackson County. Generals looking to try to build some positive momentum. What would you like to see here, Hunter, before the half ends?
Really, 6 minutes right here, Jacob. We seen this last week. Jackson County had a really nice.
As that kickoff is dropped and picked back up by Wilson, who is going to be tackled at about the 10-yard line out of bounds, and so that's where Jackson County is going to start.
Yeah, you really like to see here, though, Jacob, 6 minutes, maybe if the Generals could just kindly somehow hold off the rest of this half and just run the clock out and be able to score and get into the end zone.
Yeah, and, the deficit now at this point is it is what it is. You're down 26-0. You've not been able to really move the ball. But, that doesn't mean that you can't find some positives moving forward out of this half and out of this game.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of all about just kind of your positive, looking towards maybe the future and just trying to keep your head up and win the battles, try to win in spurts, maybe minute possessions right here just because of the deficit and everything and the struggle to move the ball. But you just kind of like to see the Generals just work right here and keep battling, don't put their heads down, and don't quit.
All right, so Wilson is operating out of an empty backfield. So he takes the snap, and he's looking down the field where there's not a lot. He throws this one up for grabs, and it is knocked down by number 4, Sean Kiet, for an incomplete pass.
Little miscommunication right there between Wilson and Howard, number 14. I really think Wilson was expecting Howard to come out more towards a post, but he instead made his move to the inside the middle of the field and was kind of miscommunicated.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And we'll see if the Generals continue to go out of this empty set or if they get back to their sort of MO of trying to run the ball. So Wilson's back in the gun. He takes a snap and he hands off to Roseboro, who's going to be tackled for a big loss of about 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 from the General 6-yard line.
Yeah, one thing I've been really impressed with so far, Bowling, is number 58 for Berea, the senior Ty Thompson. He's really kind of enforced his will so far. Seems like anytime they've tried to run it to his side of the field with his linebacker position, he's blowed up the hole, and he's kind of got a really good jump for the Generals' cadence of when they're going to snap that ball and then be able to get in and blow that play up.
Certainly, and you know, Berea, they've clearly been watching the film, and they know Jackson County likes to run the football a lot, and so they're bringing everybody they have in the box. So it's really hard to be able to move it when that's the case. Pitches to Roseboro, who's going to be tackled after no gain, and so this is going to bring up 4th down from about the General 8-yard line. And another General is down injured on the play. With that, we'll take a break, and we'll come back to you with the 4th down play.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from PRTC TV sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value of PRTC TV everywhere. Visit prtcnet.org and sign up today.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
Today, reliable internet is crucial for everyone to thrive. PRTC gets it. And we want you to know if you are currently enrolled in the Affordable Connectivity Program or Lifeline to help with your PRTC bill. You will lose these important benefits if you sign up for a government-funded cell phone plan. Protect your ACP or Lifeline benefit. Contact PRTC to learn more. Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today.
All right, and we're back to you now here on the field is the general that went down was Roseboro, who's being helped off the field, and that's not a good side as he's not able to put any weight at all on that right leg.
Yeah, you really hate to see that right there.
So the Generals look like they are going to punt it on this 4th down and 14. Low snap. Somehow he is able to get it off, and it's another pretty good general roll as this ball is going to be downed at the Jackson County 30, and this is where Berea will start their next drive. So Hunter, on the defensive side of the ball here, we've seen Berea's offense. What little time they've been on the field, they've been able to move it. What would you like to see here from the Generals D?
Been very impressed so far with Berea's offense. Seems like they're a very well balanced team. They can run it just as well as they can throw it. Doesn't really matter. It just kind of depends on the situation. For the General side of it, seems like they've been getting beat pretty hard here in that man coverage. Maybe you'd like to see the Generals kind of drop back into a zone style defense.
So Coburn receives the snap. He drops back. It's a pass play as he's looking on the outside. He's got Cruz, who they rule him out, and that I think that's a break for the Generals.
Yeah, kind of a big break right there for the Generals.
So, nonetheless, it's still going to be a first down for Berea as the ball is going to be marked just inside the General 20-yard line.
Nice little 10-yard pick and catch right there for the Pirates.
So Coburn now is back in the gun, and he receives a snap. It's going to be another passing play as he's looking deep in the corner of the end zone, and that ball is knocked incomplete. Pretty nice pass defense there by the Generals.
Yeah, I think kind of the quarterback just kind of led his receiver there a little too far, Coburn. Really nice ball. Been impressed with his ball so far. It's just one of those he kind of led the receiver just a little too far.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 here for the Berea Pirates from the Jackson County 19-yard line. It looks like Berea is trying to stretch the ball deep downfield here on the last few plays. We'll see here if they go back handing the ball to Cruz or if they keep it in the air. So Coburn in the gun. He takes the snap, and this is going to be a pitch to Cruz on the left side, and he's got a lot of daylight, and he mows over a defender to take it into the end zone. So that's going to be a 19-yard pitch and run as he takes it into the end zone for his 5th touchdown of the game, and that's going to bring Berea to lead now of 32-0. Looks like Berea is going to try to attempt the extra point here.
No, it runs clock. Right. I don't think so.
Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to bring the total to 33 for Berea. With that, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back with the Generals with the football.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
All right, and we're back here with you, back on Jackson County High School Hill, as Berea kicks the ball off, and this one is going to be fielded at the 12-yard line and brought out to and that ball's fumbled, and it's going to be returned by number 11, Cody Roberts, for a touchdown for Berea. And that's going to bring the score to 39 to nothing now for the Berea Pirates.
Again, right there, Jacob, kind of poor ball security for the Generals. They fumbled there again. Kind of seems like they didn't have it tucked in tight there like you'd like to see a running back have it in.
Yeah, especially when you're that deep into your own territory, you've really got to take care of the ball. Extra point is up and good, and that makes it an even 40. We'll keep it right here, and hopefully the Generals can get a little bit kick-started as we move in towards halftime, Hunter. We talked about this earlier. The game may be out of reach now at this point, but we'd still like to see some positive momentum moving forward. What would you like to see that the Generals could build on before we would reach halftime?
Yeah, you got 4 minutes right here with the Generals. You'd kind of like to see them just have positive play, more than a 3 and out or a turnover. Would like to see them kind of get it almost into Berea territory on their own right here with these 4 minutes. It's just one of those things at this point, like you said, it's going to be very hard to overcome that running clock the rest of the time. So you like to see, just positive plays, try and win the quarter, and things like that.
This ball is dropped initially, but going to be returned out to the 25-yard line. So the Generals will start their next drive at their own 25-yard line, and you'd like to see some ability to be able to move the ball on this Berea defense. I think we've picked up maybe 2 or 3 first downs at this point in the game, and not really had anything close to a scoring drive. So definitely like to see the Generals put some points on the board here before half.
Yeah, like you said, you'd like to see some kind of positive plays right here for the Generals. And another thing, too, kind of looking at it from Berea's standpoint, Jacob, you want to Berea kind of, even though you're at 40, you still want to stay sharp here, work on things for the future for your tougher opponents. And Berea also is in the Class A division, so you kind of moving forward, that's one thing you kind of want to work on right there is thinking of the playoff games and things like that, just moving forward.
Certainly. Snap is going to be taken by number 11, who is now in at quarterback, and he hands it off to, can't see who that back is. Yeah, it was Wilson. So Wilson is shifted now from quarterback to running back, and number 11 has taken over, and that is junior Ashton Ward, who's now taken over at quarterback. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Generals. So we're going to have 2nd down and 8 here for the Generals from the 27-yard line, from their own 27. Ward's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And this ball is going to be handed up the middle to Wilson, who tries to bust it outside, and he's going to be tackled for a huge loss. Looked like he had a little bit of a hole to maybe get a couple of yards on his original path.
Yeah, right there it kind of seems like Wilson was trying to get to the outside for that home run ball. I guess trying to get his back as much as you can. But one thing you got to realize in this situation is if there's no 40-point play to get back in this to tie it up, it's going to take some time to chip away. And like I said, it's kind of you're at this point where you really just want to chip away and just try to win moments, maybe win a drive, things like that, of just positive things to move on in the future.
Right. You know, like you said, there's not a magical 40-point play that Coach Sizemore and the staff have in the playbook. But what you got to see here for the Generals is you got to see the ability to be able to put 3 and 4, 5 yards together at a time. And it looked like maybe Wilson had a chance to do that and decided, like you said, try to hit the outside, try to hit the big play. And it ended up costing them about 5 yards.
Yeah, you go from maybe a third and 5 to 3rd and 13.
So this ball's pitched back to Wilson on the right-hand side, and he cuts it back to the left, and he's going to be tackled at the 29-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The clock is down to 10 seconds, and it looks like the Generals are going to be content to take that to halftime. So with that, the Berea Pirates lead at half, 40-0 over the Jackson County Generals. We'll be right back with second half action coming up.
TV Everywhere is a great way to get even more value from the networks in your cable package. It's the TV you want, when and where you want it. In the next few moments, we'll show you just how easy it is to enjoy this incredible mobile viewing experience on your computer, tablet, smartphone, or other internet-connected devices. To get started, you'll just need your account number and name as it appears on your PRTC monthly bill, any valid email address, and your choice of a password. Got it? Okay, you're ready to sign up and watch TV everywhere. Just click the TV Everywhere link at prtcnet.org or go directly to the website.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we've come back just for a quick second and a half to bring you the Lady Generals and the Little Generals right here at the break.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC. It's all about you.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast, crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
With PRTC's new expanded IPTV options, get more channels you love for less. Start with our basic TV tier, then add the expanded and digital tiers for maximum variety, or add specialty tiers to your basic package. Tiers like news and sports, or sports and more, the entertainment tier, kids and family, or our new Heartland tier. To learn more about your expanded IPTV options, call or visit PRTC online today. It's been a tough year, and PRTC is here to help by providing the affordable connectivity program to qualifying customers. If anyone in your household qualifies for certain government benefits, PRTC may be able to reduce your current broadband bill by up to $30 a month, one discount per household. Visit acpbenefit.org to learn more and see if you qualify. PRTC, keeping you connected.
Yes, we're all quite over staying home right now. But we can make it better by streaming the great shows and movies we've been wanting to see. PRTC can help with fast, reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig, enhanced by reliable Wi-Fi. Stream all you want, no matter how many gadgets are going at once. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade today.
NFL Network has 24/7 coverage.
You can't not be hyped for this.
And exclusive live games.
They have the talent.
And NFL Red Zone gives you every touchdown from every game.
What a day.
Sunday afternoons.
We were built for days like today.
You're always inside the huddle.
OMG.
Go to GetNFLNetwork.com and get it all today.
Located in the Jackson County Regional Industrial Park in Annville, Kentucky, the Jackson County McKee Industrial Development Authority helps companies and communities win. It is and always will be our mission to recruit new business and industry and support the people in our region. We want the people and industry to stay in Jackson County, and here's why. We offer workforce information and training, business planning for new and existing businesses, the fastest broadband in Kentucky, state-of-the-art facilities, and financial assistance and tax incentives. All of this with a rich culture of communities that care. We were just announced as a certified work-ready in progress area. What does this mean for Jackson County? It means that we're ready to go to work with a diverse, skilled, and dedicated workforce. We now have a prime 22-acre construction-ready location just off the newly constructed Highway 30 and only 18 miles from I-75. Close enough, yet far enough. We're Kentucky's advanced manufacturing hub.
Just like anything else in life, yard maintenance takes planning. So before I do any digging on my property, I contact 811. You might be thinking, Tim, it's just a fence. I think I can handle it. But trust me, you got to call 811. You might think, don't you own a company that teaches self-defense to people? Shouldn't you be able to install a mailbox? You might think that, but still contact 811. You would think that if you were a Green Beret sniper and a UFC fighter, that you could plant some flowers on your own. Trust me, always contact 811 before you dig.
There are lots of small reasons to have home phone service, and one very big one. 911 emergency location. Only a call from your home phone instantly transmits your address to emergency personnel. Cell phones can't.
911, what's your emergency?
If trouble comes to your home, seconds count. PRTC Home Phone helps first responders do their job. It's a small price to pay for what you can save. This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from PRTC TV sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value of PRTC TV everywhere. Visit prtcnet.org and sign up today.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
Today, reliable internet is crucial for everyone to thrive. PRTC gets it. And we want you to know if you are currently enrolled in the Affordable Connectivity Program or Lifeline to help with your PRTC bill. You will lose these important benefits if you sign up for a government-funded cell phone plan. Protect your ACP or Lifeline benefit. Contact PRTC to learn more. Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jackson County High School football field. We've got about 5 minutes left in this halftime. One thing we wanted to do right quick, though, was just kind of give everybody some stats while we've got the band playing here. Not a lot going there for the Generals in that first half. Only had probably about 50 total yards of offense in the first half. However, Berea had a very dominant performance right there. It was really the crew show for Berea, as he had 101 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns, and he also had a punt return for a touchdown. You had number 11 as well, Cody Roberts, with a scoop and score on a kickoff return, and that's really how we got here in this position. Been a very dominant first half by the Berea Pirates. Been very impressed with their quarterback, their defense. They've been able to really kind of blow up the Generals' offense, and they've not had a whole lot of momentum at all. They've really been able to stop the Generals at everything so far, with everything like that. And like I said, it's really just kind of been the crew show for the Jackson County Generals, for the Berea Pirates, just because he's had such a dominant performance. He's really made an impact on this game. He had a punt return touchdown in the first quarter, which is really what started the momentum for the Berea. It was kind of no looking back from that point. And then every one of his 4 rushing attempts ended up being touchdowns. He had an 11-yard touchdown in the first quarter, a 60-yard touchdown in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter he was able to have a 1-yard touchdown run. He also had a 30-yard touchdown run. The Generals' leading rusher was Ethan Wilson with 19 yards, and then they had one receiver, number 7, Roseboro, with 15 yards. Berea's number 1 receiver was Cody Roberts with a 35-yard reception, and then you also had number 3 Cruz with a 10-yard reception. So like we've said, it's kind of really been just a crew show so far in this game. Really expect, that to kind of uphold. It seemed like the Generals never had an answer for Cruz. And one thing, too, kind of look forward to in this second half for the Generals, you really just kind of look for those positive things, just trying to take things we can build on in the future moving forward. One thing that's going to be against the Generals in this second half is when you're up by 35 points in the state of Kentucky with KHSA, you have you have the running clock rule. So this clock is going to be running the rest of the game unless something was to happen. And what doesn't help the Generals at all is that Berea is going to get the ball to start the second half. So, and it's almost getting to the point, too, where it's at hand that you really wonder how long Berea is going to keep their starters in until they start to kind of put in their second string in to kind of work on moving forward.
looking ahead, Hunter, for this second half, you've got to think that the Generals know the score. Coach Sizemore and his staff, they know the score, and I imagine the speech at halftime is to approach this second half about trying to get better. What can you do to sustain drives? What can you do to get better on each side of the football, and use these last 2 quarters as a chance to do that?
Yeah, and this is that thing right here where you kind of think, Jacob, of how can you get better. And a lot of people listening at home or watching here at the game, you think the only way that you can get better is by winning or just staying in the ball in the end zone or things like that. It's just you're going to have to do like the little things right here. You really just don't want to see the Generals lay down and quit. Just kind of lay down, or just hang their heads and kind of mark this one off. The odds aren't really in their favor. Been crazier things happened before in high school sports, but it's just one of those things that you got to keep your head down and get better, because the only way you're going to get better is if you play games.
Yeah, you get to take really these next 2 quarters as almost sort of a extra practice session for the week. Get to implement some of the stuff you're working on in practice, try to execute. Working on execution, trying to get things lined out for future down the road, not just for this season in the future, but in the years coming. You want to build your foundation.
And as we said too, this is a very young Jackson County Generals team. Seems like most of their contributors are sophomores. So in a game like this too is kind of see who you are as a team, test your adversity, how you're going to be able to handle that. And one thing too, though, Jacob, is kind of a plus side that you can, as a coach, talk about is this is with this score and this feeling that you're feeling right now. If you can get on that with your team, kind of light that fire in them, getting to where they don't ever want to feel this way again, to try and work everything in the summer to get better and everything like that.
Yeah, certainly. This is a chance, like you said, to work on some stuff to try to make sure that you don't ever end up in a spot that, because it's like you said, nobody likes losing. These athletes, they work hard every day. They practice every day. They put in a lot of work in the film room, and I think that work's going to pay off in the future. It's like you said, it's just a matter of toughing out the lows and being there for the good.
Yeah, like we said, this is just one of those things where it's a learning experience. You just got to focus on it, and you got to be better and move forward just the best you can.
This is a pretty good Berea team. I know their record is 1-4, but if you look up and down their schedule, it's not exactly like they've been playing teams that are, sort of walkovers.
Yeah, and one thing too, if you look at the Class A of just kind of who they've played, Harlan County's 3-1, Nichols County is 5-0, and Nichols County actually has an RPI of .667, which is a very high RPI. And then also Harlan with the RPI of .63, which is like a very nice high RPI, which can be a tough opponent for Berea. But like you said, you got to give props to Berea, because kind of the schedule really doesn't do it justice for their team.
Yeah, they've certainly faced a pretty difficult schedule, and there's just no way that you would have imagined that, without knowing the record ahead of time, that watching this team on the field, that they're a 1-4 football team.
No, and one thing too, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, is that 2 of their games were decided by 1 possession. So I mean, the one thing could have went their way, and you go from being 1-4 to 3-2, which is it's a big flip, which is kind of ball didn't fall your way that night or something like that. Just something like that makes a difference.
All right, so Berea will receive the second half kickoff as the Generals are getting ready to kick the ball downfield, and this is number 14, Lakes, and he is going to try an onside kick here. This is sort of fumbled around, big pile for it just on the other side of midfield. We'll see what the referees sort out here, see who come up with the football. No signal yet.
It looks good.
A General come away holding it, but we'll see if that's who they give it to. I've still not seen a signal yet, but it appears like
I believe they will give it to Berea.
Yeah, Berea's offense taking the field.
And film it. See what the bus drivers do.
So, you know, we've looked at the general side of this, Hunter. How do you approach the second half if you're Berea?
It seems right off the bat here that Berea has put in their second string, which is I think is a great opportunity for Berea because it gives those kids some in-game action that they probably won't haven't experienced before. So they kind of get that pleasure and luxury of getting to play under the Friday night lights with people that have they've probably never experienced that before.
Yeah, you know, anytime you can get some of your younger kids some experience in the game action, that time is sort of hard to measure just how valuable it can be. So that first down play is a run up the middle that goes for a gain of about 6. And Berea's new quarterback for this half is Adrian Houston, a freshman. And he's going to take this next snap out of the shotgun. Snap is down, and he is going through the air a little high for his intended receiver, number 19, Logan Abney, a senior, and that falls incomplete.
And one thing, too, right here, Jacob, that you're going to notice is that number 17, Comer, our starting quarterback, is a senior, so this is a great move, I think, by Coach Parks to get his freshman quarterback in there, try and get him some time and some minutes and just some in-game action that he probably doesn't experience all the time.
Yeah, you know, especially as much as we'd love to, sometimes we'd love to keep seniors around, but, you know, they graduate and they go on with the rest of their lives, and, you know, you've got to keep building for that future. And it looks like Aiden Houston for Berea may be their quarterback in the years to come. As he pitches this to the left side to number 11, and he's got a big hole, and he is down the sideline to the 20, to the 10, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is number 11, Cody Roberts, as he takes that ball 41 yards, or I'm sorry, about 36 yards to the house.
And he's the first Berea Pirate besides Cruz to score.
So that's going to bring the score to 46 to nothing as we're down with the running clock in this half down to about the 8.5 minute mark as Berea is lining up here to kick the extra point. Snap is down, hold is good, and that is through. And that brings it to 47 to nothing. With that, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back with some more general football action.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hello and welcome back to Jackson County High School as the Berea Pirates are getting ready to kick the ball off down the field, and Jackson County is going to receive the kickoff for their first possession of the second half. Kick is up. And that ball is dropped around the 20-yard line, recovered, and brought out to about the 26. And that is where the Generals' possession will start to begin this second half possession.
And again, Jacob, kind of like we talked about right here with this, the way we are in this game and with the time and everything, it's just kind of, you want to look at the positive things that you can focus on, just try to maybe in this half either get back to the line of scrimmage or just have a positive play each play this half.
Yeah, certainly. You want to focus, like you said earlier, on small victories. It may not be, scoring 25 points this half. It may just, being able to find a consistent rhythm on offense and move the ball. Generals have still yet to break the huddle as there's some confusion here at the play call. Finally, I think they had an extra man in the huddle, and he's rushed off the side. Generals approach the line.
Ashton Ward in at quarterback again, no longer Ethan Wilson.
And he hands off to Ethan Wilson, who takes the ball for a pretty nice gain down to about the 33-yard line for the Generals. So that's going to set up a 2nd and 4 here for the Generals. Generals taking their time in the huddle again. Ward gets the play call, and he's taking it back to the huddle with him. And he relays it to the rest of the Generals, and they break the huddle and approach the line. So Ward, about 5 yards deep, brings the General to his left-hand side, and he is going to take the snap, and this is going to be a pitch off that left-hand side to Wilson, who gains maybe 3 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
A nice play there by Wilson, just being able to leave. I don't know if he got the first down, but come real close to it, just kind of that deep push right there.
And, really for the Generals, it's the first time all game they've been able to move the ball on the ground with much success. So that sets up this 3rd and short as Ward gets the play call and takes it back to the huddle with him.
With the circumstances here, too, you'd probably say that the Generals will be going for here on 4th down. So you probably got two play calls right here that you might be able to go with.
Yeah, to try to get a yard. You sort of got to imagine this probably stays in the hands of Wilson. Ward is going to take the snap, a low snap, and Wilson is the intended receiver as that ball's incomplete. Not a real good snap to Ward, and I think the original plan was probably a pitch to Wilson on the outside, but after the poor snap, it wasn't a real possibility.
No, not a real chance right there. That play, Berea did a great job at kind of blowing that play up from the start.
So that's going to bring up 4th down, and like you mentioned, Hunter, and like you thought, this is going to be a position in which the Generals decide to go for it. Ward out of the huddle, and he's going to take this one about 5 yards deep. Wilson set behind him. Here's the snap, and this is going to be a handoff up the middle. Ball possibly comes out, but there's penalty flags on the play, and this happened right at the snap. So I'm guessing maybe an illegal formation or an illegal shift.
Number 78, Jones on the carry.
Face mask on Berea.
Against Berea.
So that is going to bring up a 1st down now for the Generals as the ball is going to be moved forward.
May not have been a face mask. I think that might have got encroachment there. Legal hands to the face, I believe, is what they decided to go the call with there instead of an actual face mask, because your face mask is usually a 15-yard penalty.
Nonetheless, Generals pick up a first down. Their first of the second half as the clock winds under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. And Ward is still in at quarterback. He takes the snap and hands off to Wilson, looking for some edge on this left-hand side. And he is met after maybe a gain of a half of a yard.
Wilson on the carry, 1 yard gain. Second down.
This is going to set up second down and 9 for the Generals, who are finally, starting to move the ball a little in this half.
Yeah, really kind of some positive plays right here with the Generals, and that's really kind of all we were looking for, was just positive plays that you can build on for in the future moving forward.
Play call comes from Coach Sizemore to Ward, who's taking it to the huddle. And as the clock ticks down, it appears that this will probably be the last play of this third quarter here coming in for the Generals. Ward takes the snap, hands off up the middle to number 78 for the Generals, and that is Andrew Jones, a senior. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Berea leads 47 to nothing. We'll be back with the fourth quarter action right after this.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC, it's all about you.
All right, we're back to you now from Jackson County High School. The Generals facing a third down and about 8 to start this fourth quarter of play. And it's going to be a pitch to Wilson, who tries to get on the outside, and he is swallowed after a pretty big loss. Looks to be about a loss of 5 on the play to set up a fourth down and 15.
Yeah, and kind of one thing right there Wilson did was just took those negative yards again, trying to make a home run ball out of nothing there, and just did another negative play.
So, sort of in a position here, your Coach Sizemore, you've seen your punting unit, have a few unsuccessful appearances, and it appears that he's going to attempt to go for it from his own 37-yard line. Ward out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, rolls, got a man open down the field, and he drops it short of him. That was
Wilson, I believe.
That was Wilson, who's down on the play, and I think that may have just
I think it was just a mental frustration
Yeah, as he hops up and appears to be fine. I'm with you. I think sort of just a moment of frustration there for Ethan. So Berea takes over from the general 37-yard line, and they will have their second possession of this second half.
And, you know, if you're in Berea's shoes right here, Jacob, you really kind of look for ways you can get some momentum that you can build on. And it also gives your offensive coordinator a position to kind of go with that of, you know, maybe trying out a few plays against somebody other than your own team that might work for you in the future. So it's a great opportunity right here for Berea to be able to kind of, I guess, try out a few new plays and just test some things and see what goes right and what might not go right in the future.
Yeah, certainly. This is, and it appears Berea's going to take a timeout. I think some confusion.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast, crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
With PRTC's new expanded IPTV options, get more channels you love for less. Start with our basic TV tier, then add the expanded and digital tiers for maximum variety, or add specialty tiers to your basic package. Tiers like news and sports, or sports and more, the entertainment tier, kids and family, or our new Heartland tier. To learn more about your expanded IPTV options, call or visit PRTC online today.
Nice play there by the Generals, and the defense really kind of blew that play up from the start.
All right, we're back with you now. So the first down play for Berea was not a real successful one, as he is tackled for a loss of 1. And so that's going to bring up second down and 11 now for the Pirates from the Generals' 38-yard line.
Yeah, really nice there by the Generals to kind of blow that first down play up.
So we're down to 8 minutes left now in this fourth quarter of play. Generals facing a 47-point deficit. You know, Berea's got a chance here to let some young kids work on some stuff. And they pitch it to the right side to number 44, who has a pretty good hole. And he takes that out to about the 35-yard line, I think he's going to be marked at. And so that's going to bring up a third down and 7 for Berea. And that was Cameron Thompson for the Pirates on the carry. Here comes the snap taken by Houston, and this is going to be a pass forward to number 4, and he gets a pretty big gain out to, looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and that was to number 4, Sean Kiet, sophomore for Berea.
Looks like it's going to come back though, Jacob, with a hold. So looks like we might replay third down.
Yep, it was a holding on Berea, and it appered that was pretty far downfield when the holding occurred, because they spot the ball and mark it at the general 31-yard line. So it's still going to be a third down and about 4 for Berea. Pirates break the huddle. Houston out of the shotgun. 44 to his left. Here's the snap. He's looking downfield. He's got a receiver, number 6.
Nice catch there.
For the Pirates, who, like you said, he sort of elevated it at his peak to catch that ball at its highest point.
Yeah, really nice play there. Bell kind of jump up, meet that ball.
Nice throw, nice catch, and that allows Berea to pick up the first down. And they're going to face first down and 10 from the general 24-yard line. Play call comes from the sideline for Berea as they bring it into the huddle. They break the huddle, and Houston takes his place in the shotgun formation. Sends his man in motion, Kiet, and here's the snap, and he's going to look outside wide to Kiet, who catches the pass, and he's going to be met there by a host of generals. He breaks it. He's got one man to beat, and he does beat in several penalties. There's a whole field of penalty flags. Every referee threw their flag, so I feel like this one's coming back.
Several flags there all at once. That may be the most flags I've ever seen on the field at one point in time.
I think they run out. I think I seen one referee grabbing for his sock or for a second to throw it too. But I'm interested to see what comes in for this for this call.
And the real question is, Jacob, of how many of these may have been different calls. You got holding, blocking the back, maybe unnecessary roughness. I did see one player from Berea, I think, give one of the generals a spine buster.
This is a time hunter. I would like to hear high school refs mic'd up over the intercom to see their call here on that play.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to hear.
So this is going back the ball up for Berea to the 35-yard line of the Generals. So it's a 10-yard penalty, a holding of some sort on the entire Pirate offense. And we're down to 3 minutes left to play.
I don't think they're going to get to 6.
Yeah, and with these 3 minutes, one thing you'd like to see, Jacob, is if maybe the Generals defense could, at the very least, hold them.
Snap taken by Houston, and he pitches right to number 44, and he's got a big hole, and he's going to take this all the way to the house untouched as he gets his second rushing touchdown of this half and the game, and that is number 44, or I'm sorry, number
44. I believe you're right. I believe that was Thompson.
Yes, and that was, so I'm sorry, that was his first touchdown of the game, and he is a junior from Berea. So that brings the score to 53 to nothing as Berea comes in to kick the extra point. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. So score now is 54, Berea, Jackson County 0. We're going to keep it right here as the clock continues to run, and we are approaching 2 minutes left to play. Hunter, what are some of the things that stood out to you in this one in terms of what Berea has been able to do successfully against the Generals?
I think Berea really came out and set the tone just off that very first possession with being able to force that 3 and out, and then really it was just kind of Cruz's world, and the Generals were just living in it because he went with the run and all that stuff just like that. I mean, he was just really able to set the tone and dominate and give his presence.
Yeah, and, Generals got off to a slow start at the start of this game. They received the kickoff to start the game and had a quick 3 and out, and the punt was returned for a touchdown. Next punt is successful, and they score on the next play from scrimmage. So, within 2 or 3 minutes, you're already looking at a 14-0 hole.
Yeah, you got, like I said, it was really one of those situations of the Generals just started off to a very bad start and just couldn't ever overcome it.
We're down to a minute left on the clock, and Berea is getting ready to kick off to the Generals. Kick is up, and it is down the field, and it's going to be fielded by the Generals. And this is going to be brought up the field where he is met by number 52. That was on the return for the Generals. That was number 23. And he was met pretty hard up the middle. So that's going to bring us down to 30 seconds. We'll see if the Generals get another play snap off.
I don't think they're going to. I believe Coach Sizemore, I think, is elected to live to find another day after that play. The 17 seconds left, I believe that they're just going to let this clock run out and call a game.
So there's two personal foul penalties at the end of this called on the Generals. Not sure exactly what happened there or where it was, but nonetheless, that brings the clock down to 0, and the Berea Pirates win the Battle of Big Hill by a score of 54 to nothing. Thank you for tuning in to PRTC TV. This is Jacob Bowling, and I've been with Hunter Carroll. Hunter, it's been nice again with you this evening.
Oh yeah, been a pleasure, and big shout out to Mark and TJ and Justin. Without those three guys, none of this would be possible.
Come back in a couple of weeks where we will have some more high school football action for you here at Jackson County High School. Thank you and good night.